just stand up for a moment. Let's do a little game. Can you show me how someone would stand who feels depressed? Give me the posture of someone being depressed. Good. I just saw Vanessa going, ugh. So, am I breathing shallow? Am I having my energy down and am I closed? Or am I breathing big and open and wide and tall? So show me now somebody, stay standing, that is so happy, so fulfilled, having the freaking time of their life. Did you see how all of you just wanted to expand? All of you just lifted and rised. Remember that 2 millimeter shift? And you opened up. Thank you for playing along. So this is exactly what I need you to be more aware of if you want to use the psyche part of Pilates to be more aware of how do they walk into the studio, or how are they in front of you standing or laying or sitting when you are starting your class. Because where they live emotionally in this moment is going to very much determine how the session is going to go, unless you turn it around with your own state. Because the more you are very aligned and firm in your own state, the more you can actually influence the other state. So when Lolita used to say to me when we had exams for students, she's like, well, she doesn't know my work. There's not enough Pilates in her. And I was like, she did very nice. I mean, she understood all the exercises. She taught very well, but it's true. When the teachers were teaching because they were stressed and because they were not coming from a place where they were feeling very good, it's kind of hard when you have an exam, then they were all shut down and they were teaching us, okay, open up and then go this and then they're tight and then they were so stressed. They were not in a place where they were actually truly embodying what they were saying. So for Lolita, it was a sign that Pilates was not in there enough emotionally, not just technically, but they were not really living the concepts of the psyche and the emotional part of the Pilates method. I only understood that way later because I found it very unfair. I said, okay, the posture was okay, but I never understood what she meant by that until way later when I understood more about the psyche myself. In the absence of certainty, we start to seek control. So when we lack certainty, we're going to start to be a control freak. We're going to start to control ourselves, control our environment, control the people we love, control work, control every move we make. But real certainty comes from trusting ourselves. And Kaz, this is exactly what you said. This is exactly what you've mentioned, right? So it's just now with different wording. So certainty really is often, when it's not available, a sign where people seek control. And they're trying to control their body. And what you need to do is help them trust themselves. But how can you help them trust themselves if you don't trust yourself? And from our first breath to our last one, we will long for connection. The first thing the baby does, it is looking for connection. It is looking for warmth, for touch, for connecting to the one that is going to keep them alive. Whoever that is, in that very moment when you're giving birth, your child needs the connection and needs to be connected to care and love. Otherwise, a baby will not survive. But we are truly connected. That is the question. Or are we just surrounded by people? Can you relate to that? You see when my clients walk into the door, you see which ones are open to contribution and growth, which ones are not there yet, or just slightly. The energy is very different. Those who come in like a tornado, or those who come in like a sage. It's a very different energy. It's not a question of age. It's a question of maturity of their soul or of their ego. And that's very interesting also to feel. So I know right away when someone walks into the studio with the energy they have, are they in a journey of soul growth, soul work, or in their journey of personal work, ego work? And I will incarnate that myself as well so that I mirror that same thing for them. Because it can be intimidating otherwise. So whenever there's an opening, I will try to influence them to something more fulfilling, which is a spiritual and a soul path in this life. When you need to feel safe and secure, but you are not feeling safe and secure, it can lead to a lot of resistance. Write this down. So if you're not giving your client the certainty they need, Kaz, what's going to happen? They're going to resist you. They challenge the change. They challenge the resistance. And they become fearful. And when somebody becomes fearful, they stop moving. And then they're stagnate. So be aware of that. I will add that slide in the presentation. I didn't have time. I should have woken up a half an hour earlier. My apologies, but I will do it now. So you have it, but you could write it down. If it's about uncertainty and variety, so that need for excitement and stimulation, when that is out of balance, people chase constant excitement, guilty of charge. I always look for the next best thing, right? Does that sound familiar to any of you? We always look for the next thing you can change, the next thing you can improve, whatever it is, but you change and change and change, and you never stable. You're always with the wind, okay? And you have impulsive decisions, very impulsive. And you have an addiction for chaos. Because what I really would like for you to experience over time is, and that's your job now, Alexandra, right now where you are in your business, is to create that microcosmos with your clients. You've had a very individual, privileged relationship with your clients. Now regroup them. Create that sense of community. That's the next step. Because then the growth is much more exponential. It's the same thing I'm asking Christiane to do now with her clients. Okay? With Rachel, we're building it first. We're building the one-to-one connection with clients first. Okay? But if you go into joint ventures, which you're already doing with Alexandra, I believe, you are already joining to microcosmos will become more of a macrocosmos. The power of joint ventures are huge. If you are open to share each other's gift, either you share the same gift or you share something that's complementary.